Hello everyone. Over the years I have worked with growing mango trees from seeds, and the first set of trees, there's 9 videos in the series, and it ended in disaster. I have recently started growing again from seeds, so if you are interested in growing mango trees from seeds, then stay tuned. Hey, it's me, Iqbal Khan. If you have not yet subscribed to mikbonsai, then click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon to subscribe and receive notifications as I upload new videos. This is what the seed looks like. It's covered in an outer coating, which basically this pulp has to be removed using this steel wire under a running tap water. So I've already done that with these seeds that you see here. The reason for tidying up the seed with the steel wire is that afterwards the next phase is to gently use a serrated knife and cut the outer coating, and it then becomes easier to remove the seed. So I will put this away and we'll work with the ones that I've already cleaned up. So here's one that I did earlier, and as you can see, it comes off quite easily, as this is proving to be very reluctant to open up. And this is why it's important to remove all the slippery stuff, because when you start to use a knife, you don't want it to slip and cut yourself, so you have to be extremely careful if you decide to do this at home. But this is another one that I sort of cleaned up earlier, and there we are. It's come out, the seed, and it's starting to pop. There it is. So I'll put this to one side and continue with another one. That's the third of the mangoes, and these 3, the ones that I've just worked on, are mangoes from Israel, and they're quite expensive. So there are 3 of those, and then the next 2 are the Alfonso, the Indian mangoes. I've prepared 6 seeds, and these 3 larger ones are from the mangoes from Israel. These 3 smaller ones are from the Indian mangoes. These are the Alfonso Indian mangoes. And here I have the box in which these mangoes came. And as you can see, fresh, delicious, juicy Alfonso, they really are. And they are one of the best mangoes around, and I really do like them. Anyway, so we move on to start potting these up. And for that purpose, I have prepared 6 pots. Also, I have prepared a mix for potting them up, and I've used a third of horticultural sand, and a third of horticultural grit, and a third of John Innes number 1 potting compost. I've also marked the pots as to the Israeli ones and differentiate them, otherwise I'll be in trouble. So I'm going to start popping these in to the sand, grit, and John Innes number 1 compost mix, and the plane is here bang on cue. I've prepared 6 of these pots, and I've also marked them with the Israeli and date, and the other 3 as Alfonso and the date. So I'm going to start popping these in. So that's the first one in. We'll just leave the top a little bit out and to help it on its way, and we'll shortly water it thoroughly. I'll probably top up a little bit more soil to cover it up completely. So that's that one done. That's the second one, so we'll pop the seed in and top up a little bit more soil to cover it all up. There we go. That should do. And that's the third of the Israeli mangoes being popped in. That should do. So that's the 3 Israeli ones done. Right, so this is the first of the Alfonsos, and the seeds were not too big, so it's very nicely covered up. I'm now going to give them a thorough soaking. Go around a couple of times. Perhaps more than a couple of times, and just make sure that they are thoroughly soaked. That should do. And let the water drain, and we are done. That was another batch of Indian and Israeli mango trees, and I am hoping that these will succeed. I have planted some more earlier, and will do an update a little later. Thanks for watching. This is Iqbal Khan for mikbonsai. Until the next time. And now for the afterthought. Did you know that Kinder Surprise is German for unwanted pregnancy? You dig?